Hello everyone, so I'm back with the last update on my Crissy dolls, my Crissy family dolls for now. Unless I get more, that is. But here they all are. So, I guess I'll start out with an update on my Velvet dolls. So as you can see, my look around, this one's actually look around Velvet. She actually got a reroot. So for those of my subscribers that saw my last update on them, she got a full reroot. Her hair actually goes all the way to the floor. Her hair's retracted right now. So her hair gets that short. It goes about that short. And then I decided to give her the side part, because I heard people say that Velvet, you know, even though she was Crissy's cousin, didn't look much like Crissy. So I figured maybe if I gave her the side part that Crissy has, she would look a little more like her older cousin. So yeah, that's why I did that, and I chose this really bright, like almost whitish platinum blonde color. You can see there's some like shade of blonde in there. And the actual rooted hair goes down to there. Unfortunately, she did lose some eyelashes upon, you know, rerooting her and whatnot and preparing her for receiving the reroot. So unfortunately, this Crissy doll did not come in the red dress, so I had to find something for her to wear, and this was the only thing that I could find, which was on her for the longest time. So now she is wearing this dress again. This was some sort of vintage baby doll with red hair. I still have the doll head, but the body was completely destroyed, so I couldn't salvage that. But it fits her nicely, so I decided, you know, why not? And I actually wound up replacing, because I didn't know that she was a look-around doll. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my other one, but I replaced the ring, or it was actually a butterfly for the pull thing, and I replaced it with that because the butterfly was long gone. So that's her. Here is my standard Velvet, which her hair was rather thin before, but since she was no longer using her original ponytail, I decided to give it to her and combine it with her existing hair, and now look how thick her hair is. So yeah, I wound up curling her hair at the ends with my curling iron. She's all clean. She's wearing that dress. So yeah, her hair, the way I replaced the hair, and I'll show you guys, I don't take the ponytail out itself because I, for the life of me, do not know how to get the string back in. Apparently that involves taking the doll's legs off, which I'm not going to do. So I'm actually going to grab onto the hair with my one hand. So yeah. So yeah, this is basically how I did that. So the string is basically a loop. So what I did was I combined the two. I took her original ponytail, the original hair out from the string. And the original loop was like looped around itself, so it was a little smaller. They made some sort of fancy loop, and then the loop came out and made an even bigger one. So all I did was just simply combine the two hairs. I basically combined the two giant hair plugs into one, threaded them both through, and then tied it off with tons of elastics. So yeah, when you retract her hair all the way, this is what you get, but no biggie. All you do is simply crank it like one time. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. Okay. Yeah, just crank it one time and then it goes. Perfectly hidden. And it doesn't require you to take the legs off or anything. So yeah, that's her. My basic standard Velvet. And just for the heck of it, I decided to include my Dolly Surprise doll. I used to have one when I was a kid, and I got her around the same time I got my Crissy. When I was a kid, the one that only had one leg and her ponytail ripped out and chew marks everywhere. But the one I had was, she had violet eyes and straight hair. It was her hair kind of looked like velvet. And this doll used to have a butterfly on the side, right there. But you can see where the line is, the butterfly broke off. And my original one had a pink one like that. So yeah, her hair was straight, but her ponytail was ripped out too, so. But yeah, she has crimped hair, and how you make her hair grow and retract is you crank her arm like counterclockwise, and then you lift this arm, and then her hair grows back out again. So I thought I'd include her since she is obviously based off of this line. And then my 3 Crissy dolls. So I wound up retracting her hair. And her hair does go all the way down, but it's retracted right now. And it actually blends in pretty nicely. Goes to pretty much the length of the hair that I gave her. And I just usually leave it like that since the longer hair is harder to take care of. So I like to leave it short. Or shorter. Her hair is pretty long as it is. And she is not wanting to stand up. There we go. And then here's this one that's discolored and kind of dirty. And then the newest one, so I guess I'll show off this since we got sunlight. But yeah, you can see her eyes are, that's one thing I noticed about Crissy. A lot of people were saying her eyes were dark brown. But you see Velvet's eyes, how she actually has those designs in her iris. And then she has the pupil. Yeah, Crissy doesn't have that. Her eyes are just black. Like, you can shine any kind of flashlight on that, and there's no pupil. There's nothing. Her iris is just completely black. So that's one thing I did not remember about my Crissy, but I guess I just didn't pay attention. And not only that, her eyes were rusty, so my doll's eyes were rusty when I was a kid, so I didn't know how to clean that off, so I just left her that way. So I just never thought anything of it. But yeah, I found that weird. But no, I always loved, Crissy is my favorite from the line of dolls that came out. I mean, I love her face mold. She has a really bright smile, a really bright, happy expression. I love her peachy lips, and I loved that orange dress that she came wearing that I'm hoping to get someday. But yeah, I just really love the time period these dolls are from. I love their hairstyles. I love Crissy herself, though, because I just think that she is just so beautiful and so happy looking. She's a very unique doll. I like how big these dolls are. I like their open and closed eyes. Very uncommon to see in fashion dolls, especially around that time. And I love that they're hair gimmick dolls. That's a total win with me, so. Yeah, this doll's wearing an original Crissy dress. But yeah, like I said, I hope to get that orange dress because it is everything. She looks so beautiful in orange. I think the first doll that was released when they brought her out with that dress, that was absolutely perfect. That color on her was just spot on. But anyhow, that's my little video. I'm not sure if I ever talked about my history with the Crissy doll. But yeah, I actually owned one when I was little. And I thought it was my mom's. Or maybe it was my cousin. I don't know. But it was a long time ago. I got my doll when I was like 5 years old back in 95. But yeah, like I said, I got my doll in 95. And she was completely trashed. I distinctly remember her hair was like sticking up all over the place, and I thought she had a haircut, which maybe she did. She was missing some of her fingers, I think mainly on that hand because her hands were chewed. And she was missing a leg. I forget which leg that she was missing. But I think it was this one. I think it was that leg that she was missing. And the leg that she did have had chew marks all over the foot. And then her flange on the other leg was broken. And her leg was just like hanging there. And she also had the flower knob. So that was like one of my favorite features of her. And I made her like this Walmart bag dress. Actually, it was Winn-Dixie. I'm not sure if y'all remember the grocery store Winn-Dixie from way back in the day, but I made her a white dress out of that, so. Because I didn't know how to make clothes. My grandma was the one that made the clothes. So. But yeah, that's my video and my history on Crissy. And then, I'm not sure if I went over Velvet, but I remember finding her back in 2013, and that's what actually got me interested in Crissy again. Was back then when I found them, they were just loose floating around the store. They were both naked. I found her like a week after I found this one, and whenever I found this one, they had Crissy dolls in the bid zone at the Goodwill, and I was really sad, and she was just like that one that was just floating around out there. So they were really what got me interested again. So that's my video of Crissy. I just love these dolls. They are so beautiful. They are so fun. I love the idea behind them and the time period they're from. I just love vintage dolls. They are just... Some people choose different ways to admire history, and this is mine, so... Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. More videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.